Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and we are continuing Oathsworn. It's been a hot minute since we've last played, but that is A-okay. Last time we killed some monstrosities in the,
We think.
Are we looking for... We had a few options, right? Are we looking for a cure? Because didn't we go back... We went back into the woods, right? Into the Deepwood?
Yes. Because we're going to another... We're going to like a place of scientists.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yeah, okay. And we were ambushed by those creatures.
Yeah, the creepy
things.
things.
That's it.
Creepy
Got it.
crawlies.
Okay, so we are in Chapter 7, the Medicants? Probably Medicants. Open, okay. Well, fuck. Oh, wow, open...
We're going to fast forward through this.
Open chapter, open envelope C.
C.
That's not even really an open. Oh, it's a new map.
Yay.
Ooh.
We love a new map.
That's true. It is fun. So we...
Oh, so we've arrived?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we didn't have to do that weird deck of the same printed
fuck.
card again and lose everyone.
We're just here. Well, it's because we were alone this time.
Yeah, they all heard. They're like, we're not going with him.
Fuck that. Do you know how many people we left Bastion with? More.
Not 3. So, yeah, Cysteria or I can't read that.
I think you're right. Cysteria looks right.
Yes, did that. So I'll just put it back. This was best. I don't remember her name. So I'll just put you back in the envelope. There we are. Cool. Different art. I just put this one away. Is there? Because like these look the same.
No, it looks different.
Does it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Looks like a different city.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
You can see the walls are wooden versus like the giant stone.
And it's got these
walls
little
with
outliers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Verum is devoid
More of
of
an Eastern
any
vibe.
further man-eating beasts, yet alone creatures with barbed, whip-like arms. Since leaving Verum, a never-ending downpour has hampered your trek.
Oh, sorry.
Not once has the rain let up, and you are on your 3rd straight day without sleep. The journey is not made easier by the fact you never had a choice. Oathsworn do not refuse a king. Not to Verum is to have any chance of surviving the plague. Stepping from the shadows of the Deepwood, the rains soon cease and a warm sun breaks through the clouds. Glinting in that sunlight are the massive white marble walls of the holy city, Cistercia. Outside the city gate, you spot a pair of imposing warriors, their giant kite shields, shining armor splattered with the blood of a fresh kill. At the feet, a pile of mutilated flesh that was once a giant beast of some kind. You have heard tales of a company of Cistercian knights known as the Order of Thorns that often trains its members in this manner, weathering both the mind and body of a knight beyond the wall until they are both rock hard. As you approach the gate, the knight's spears...
I am rock hard.
Oh, shit, I'm advertising for Firehouse subs.
I wish I could say I was sponsored by any company. Like, if I'm sponsored by a legitimate, like, Firehouse Subs, I'd be like, yeah, I think I can quit my actual job now.
Oh, yeah.
Barring your approach, one of your company members flashes their oath mark and the weapon's part, allowing you to pass. Once your group has cleared the quarantine inspection area, the portcullis opens out onto a marvellous sight. In the expanse of land before you lay farms filled with workers harvesting crops, and you realise for the first time you are seeing above-ground farming. Beyond the fields of golden grain and freshly planted crops, the tiered city rises, white and resplendent, stretching partway up a great mountain range that runs from one end of the horizon to the other. A voice pierces your present distraction. Pillar and path, Oathsworn. Dressed in the familiar purple cloak of the Cistercian faith, a priest stands stoically before you. We have been expecting you. The Lord Marshal will see you at once.
I need to really get... do you happen to have your iPad?
I do. You want me to go get it?
Not right now, but I think... Yeah, because there is... I mean, it's not always, but there's some art.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did bring my iPad.
Yeah, I really need to get one. Okay, place your free company marker on location 24. There we are.
Passing down a paved road through the fields, you find yourself flanked by the statues of martyrs. They are not smiling, and neither, for that matter, is anyone else. There are no sounds of merriment, no laughter or shouts of anger, just people going about their drudgery in silence. As you continue on, an odd sound breaks the quiet, the sound of pain and switches. Drawn to it, you find a crowd gathered round a circular dirt patch where a boy is being thrashed with canes by two men wearing demonic masks. Sensing your interest, the priest explains, the boy has been there all night and he is now passing through the valley where temptation can be found. To leave the circle is to give in to temptation. He is marked by his sins so he can remember his faults. To spare the rod is to spoil the child.
We can choose one. We can intervene on the boy's behalf, only observe the ritual, or move on. Sorry, man. Like, yeah,
It's not our place.
To spare the rod.
grab
Oh
the
no!
switch.
Fuck you! I accidentally.
You grab the
No,
switch.
shut
You
up!
grab
Shut
the
up!
switch,
Undo.
Passing down a paved.
Okay, there we go. I was accidentally clicked it when I was moving. Yeah, spare the rod is to spoil a child. This is only for his own good. I'm a priest. I'm all for it. Like, yeah, he's being tempted by sin.
No, dude, I get it. I mean, sometimes I'm tempted to not get whipped, too.
What are the options?
Intervene on the boy's behalf, only observe the ritual, or move on. I'm all for move on.
I might observe just
I could
to
also observe.
understand the culture of this area a little bit. I'm like, okay, is this just like what we do?
Yeah, I don't feel like it's
How
our,
significant is
I don't
this?
think it's our place to enter.
Yeah, if this is just what they do in Cistercia, then do it.
Yeah,
We want to observe?
I'll observe. That's my vote anyway.
What do you think?
it's fine.
The boy grits his teeth, yet cannot help but let out cries of pain as red welts crisscross his back and chest. Such discipline in one so young is admirable. One blow finally splits his skin, and a rivulet of blood trickles down his back. It is hard to watch, but it is their way and their faith. With encouragement from the priest, you continue on.
Yep. Keep hitting him. Hit the same wound.
Yep, keep hitting them.
I have salt.
All Oathsworn gain a redraw token.
Yay. That's this one.
Yep. Looks like the reroll.
Here you go.
Yay.
Here you go.
I like how a lot of these are just like pick which token you're gonna get.
Pretty much, yeah.
But it's neat how like it shows us different aspects of the city in the city.
Right.
Right.
Will you hand me one for her?
No.
Okay. Sorry, you suck. And then we go to location 6.
Do.
Bomb bomb.
Conclave is the seat of all authority in Cistercia. The massive building, constructed from huge blocks of white marble, noticeably lacks the pretentiousness of the ornamental spires and intricate patterns found on the cathedrals and religious buildings. The priest leads you through a crisscross of hallways, finally arriving at the chamber of the Lord Marshal of Cistercia. A broad-shouldered man with the regal look of a military officer. He is speaking with an aide and signing a document as you enter. The price of heresy is fire. Make sure they understand, he remarks, returning the quill to the inkwell before dismissing the aide and turning his attention to you. Ah, the Free Company. The king sent a raven before your arrival, so I'll cut to the heart of it. You have travelled far, Oathsworn. However, the mendicants are indisposed at the moment. You may have them once they return, you have my word. In the meantime, there is a delicate matter which requires your unique capabilities.
No, we're only here to talk to them.
Yeah, we don't want to.
We don't work for you. Okay, choose one. Remind him of your authority and his duty to Verum and the Pact, or tell him you might be willing to help for the right price.
How honored are
We
we?
both did the... How
Right
honorable
price?
are we?
Like, so what? Like, let me, I just want to refresh our track record real
Yeah,
quick.
I feel like we've been...
Pretty good guys.
I feel like we've been like for the people.
Yeah.
Pretty much a defender of the people, almost to a fault. Like, it's like, because like one example was that guy who wanted to come like avenge his wife, and it's like we like didn't let him come. Yeah. It's like you're just gonna fucking die out
So our options are we try to accelerate the mendicants, or we take on this side gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going to take it on, not one way or the other, so...
we could... Yeah, we could just be like, yeah, we'll help if we just want to go that route.
We don't got anything else to do.
That's true.
Sure.
Might as well kill time.
Kill time
as in ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, perform a bartering check. Difficulty 5. 6 if you have a penitent or priest with you.
You're a priest. So it's a 6.
It is a 6. Yeah. Well, I feel like it should be easier.
Maybe you're like a slightly different faith. You know, like you've got your. I don't know Christian denominations, but I mean they're different.
Yeah, they
don't get along.
Pentecostal, Assembly of God, Baptist, Southern Baptist.
Yeah.
They're
we don't
Southern
talk to
Baptists. Yeah, Lutherans. The book that I keep around my my neck is actually the Quran. So I guess
So how do we? Is it one check?
It's one check. It's not everyone. So I'm trying to. I don't think anyone has any like.
I've got 3 redraws.
Maybe we should do the other thing.
Actually, never mind. We changed our mind.
I guess I'll give it a shot.
You want to do it? Well, I'm the priest.
Are you wanting to? If you want to do it,
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It is your fault.
I just push you out of the way, like money.
Yeah, that's true. I go to talk. Actually, we'll do it for free. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'll do. Let's see here.
It's a 6.
Draw 5. Just fucking go for it,
4.
man. Do
Draw
10. What are the odds you draw two blanks out of 10 cards?
Let's see here. 4, and then I would need.
You need a crit.
5.
You could roll.
If that one's a blank, though, it doesn't count. Yeah.
Could do 5.
Sorry,
I have some redraws, I guess.
Yeah, because it's just a basic check. I'm just gonna double. You fuck!
You're off to a bad start. Hey, that's a crit.
That's not.
That's less good.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh? Okay.
Alternating.
Well, there's 6.
That,
you just need
so
to
Just redraw one of the blanks.
Yeah.
What are the odds that it'll be a third blank?
Right. What are the odds?
Pretty low.
There we go.
We did it!
You get 2 crits as well.
Yeah, so draw your 2 crits.
I guess I should have. Anyway.
We might as well just empty out the deck.
There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8. We did it! Yeah, I go to speak up. We'll do it for the good of God. But God wants money.
The Lord Marshal looks down with a grin, shaking his head in disappointment. It seems the oath mark is not so much a symbol of honor as it is a bargaining chip. Very well, he says, tossing a sack of coins on the table.
Showing us his balls. What? Yeah, this is what you wanted,
Talk
right?
about honor when we fucking kill these giant goddamn demons. How about I can get a whore once in a while?
You can. They're in the woods.
You do understand I'm walking around with 9 iron. I have $9.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of like an American dollar. Like we think, oh, it's iron. It goes like how gold in D&D goes a long way, and most things don't. This is just $9.
I can. This is a Big Mac meal. You know, I can get a large drink.
We gain 10 iron.
Nice.
So
I get 3 of that?
Sure.
Yeah, buddy.
3. Here's 2. So that's 5. 7.
Can I get a big fat 10? I want a bigger coin.
Ah.
And trade some in.
Yeah, there you go.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think you only gave me 5. 5 iron.
You will earn this iron, he declares. You give the slightest of nods, the scars beneath your armor attesting that you always do. Very well, then. Now that we have an understanding, let us discuss the matter at hand, the Lord Marshal says, nodding to someone behind you. You turn to see a square-jawed guard, clad in polished steel armor, close the only door to the chamber, and take a position at your side. He stands at attention, with his gaze fixed straight ahead. Apparently, this discussion is not intended for anyone outside of this room. This is a highly delicate matter. Your silence and discretion are not optional, insists the Lord Marshal, looking at each one of you in turn. One of our most holy warrior priests has gone missing, a venerator of the 100. None have ever failed their charge before, and only in death does their duty end. They are a light that guides our faithful, and to have one simply go missing is a matter of grave concern. You must find this warrior and return him to us. Should he not be found alive, you will recover his armor and weapons. They are relics of our faith. The Lord Marshal motions to the armored warrior standing beside you. Quintus, my adjutant, will assist you. He carries my authority with him and will see that you have everything you need while conducting your investigation. Quintus looks every bit the dutiful soldier, and no doubt carries the Lord Marshal's eyes and ears wherever he goes as well.
Gain ally card 19.
Quintus.
I know. Hey, that could be a girl name.
It's not.
It could be.
It could be.
You can make it. You can make that a reality.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you guys finally decide on one, just change it.
Mm-hmm.
Just when
Just
Riley's like, I want it to be Babatha. You're like
Quintus.
Megatron.
All right. Yep, he looks like a Dark Souls character.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, he's armored.
He is gunked up over here. He has move 4. He can attack. He has Righteous Blow. When you critical during an attack that hits, the target suffers knockback 4.
Dang.
He has a black die.
Wow. Quintus is OP.
Yeah, he's gonna be our best friend.
I would suggest you begin at the Hall of the 100. Quintus will show you the way, utters the Lord Marshal, as he turns his attention once again to the documents arranged on the table before him. You are dismissed. As you make your way to the door, the Lord Marshal offers one last bit of advice. Speak not a word of this to anyone, Oathsworn, or the mendicants will be the least of your concerns.
Okay. Are you threatening us? Like, why would we... Like, I don't think I'd ever be scared of a single human being in a world like this. I'd be like, you don't understand what is in that forest. Place location 2 and go there. Whoop. And then we hand that back to me. Thank you. Okay, so also, just for the record, once per chapter, we can pay X iron to archive one injury card from an Oathsworn. So, I might end up doing that for me. Do you guys have injury cards?
I have PTSD. Not a terrible one. I can live without one.
Okay. Mine is Gut Rot. It doesn't have any actual ability, but since you have to play these first.
Yeah, it takes up a space.
It costs me an Animus. Like, that's what it does. It's kind of like, so I'm constantly having to feel like I have to shit. Guys, my stomach.
You have IBS.
Yeah, so I'd like to get rid of that, but we'll do that later.
It is called the Ascent, Quintus tells you as he motions a gloved hand towards the gleaming...
I'm going to pause this real quick because I have to scroll down, but that's the Hall of the 100.
Wow.
That's
cool. A tall one.
It would look better on a bigger screen, but yeah.
On an IPID.
White cathedral which towers before
Not
you.
a sponsor.
Built directly into the side of the mountain, its elegantly carved stone construction reflects the sunlight, nearly blinding all who look directly upon it. The first steps of the great staircase begin here, winding up the inside of the mountain, all the way to the summit itself, he continues. That is where the most sacred site of our faith lies. Passing through massive double doors, the sheer size of its vaulted ceiling and the mastery of its stonework take your breath away. You travel along a path which runs directly through the center of the cathedral. Flanking you on either side are 12 great suits of armor perched atop tall marble plinths. Supplicants bow in prayer before each one, giving you the sense that they are more like shrines than weapons of war. Quintus notices your interest and explains, these are the sacred suits of armor worn by the Venerators. Come, this way. He leads you to another area of the cathedral, well away from the throngs of pilgrims and supplicants. The air here is filled with the strong scent of weapon oil mixed with incense. On Quintus's authority, you enter the Hall of the 100. The giant warrior priests known as the Venerators are unmistakable. Towering men of chiseled muscle, each is half again as tall as any human. Each dressed in richly decorated robes with cowls pulled over their heads, always concealing their faces. Some of the warrior priests train in fenced sparring areas, while others pace the hall, studying huge leather-bound tomes. Your presence is noted immediately as one of their custodians approaches you. The man dressed in silver robes with green gems set in the collar addresses your party. I assume you are the adjutant, he inquires. Quintus nods and, curiously, ushers the custodian off to the side so they can speak out of your earshot. Another reminder that outsiders are not trusted here.
Secrets don't make
After
friends,
a few
guys.
moments, they seem to reach agreement and the custodian addresses your group. Very well then, if you seek to know us, you must first be weighed by blade or blood. Our masters demand a test of combat. One or all must face the trial. Iron shut.
Except the bear. Like, the bear doesn't have to he wins. But I think we can take the woman. Gets caught on fire. I think. All
right, you're all good.
You thought I fought with my fists?
I'm like, start reading from my book.
Everyone passes.
They're like, yeah, never mind.
Opens iron. The pillar must be strengthened. Looking at the giants arrayed before you, you realize this is probably going to hurt. Getting injured on a hunt is a serious matter and not something to be looked for. The Venerators are said to have the strength of 10 men. You will put that to the test, but how best to proceed? One of you could take the test alone, or you could attempt to take it together and possibly stand a better chance. Though, the more people taking this trial, the more people could take a beating.
You only have the strength of 5 men, so unfortunately it's not as good. So we can choose, fight a Venerator as a group, or choose a single person to face a Venerator.
The single person sounds pretty badass.
Alright, go for it. You?
Okay, I'll do it, yeah.
Alright, we'll have the priest do it, thank you very much.
You're led by the custodian into an adjacent hall with a large stone platform in the center. Beautiful murals depicting ancient battles from times long ago cover each wall, and massive marble statues placed uniformly around the room stand in silent vigil. Moments later, one of the robed giants enters, flanked by his attendants. As the men remove their master's robes, you see scars and religious symbols cover his bare upper body. Handing the Venerator a blunted sword, his attendants then place a new hood over his head, all the while hiding his visage, before finally bowing away in prayer. It seems war and worship are one here. As the Venerator climbs the steps to the top of the platform, his stare never leaves you.
Alright, choose an Oathsworn to attempt the trial. Bear?
Yep.
Warbear? Otis?
Yep.
Otis.
Otis the Ursus Warbear.
Warbear.
The goal is to fail. Stay on the path, explains the custodian as he hands you a blunted sword and motions for you to climb the platform.
As he hands you a stick. He got a sword! Yeah.
Yeah, we know. You're a bear.
It's like, I'm just imagining you being like shirtless. It's just like your fur, and you just like rip off the fur, and it's just like this chiseled, like perfect,
like
sculpted body.
Fucking 10-pack cum guns.
Yeah, that like that. Was it the Tekken character King? I think is his name. Like he's has
with the leopard head.
Yeah. Okay. Choose an Oathsworn performs a might check, difficulty 8, 7 if you are an Ursus.
I am an Ursus. All right, give me, I don't know, what, 6 of those.
Use 2 crits out, and there's 3 blanks out.
Yeah, I have a couple rerolls. So
6.
Should I do 7?
Chances of there are 6
I used
blanks.
a lot of 2s.
2, 3, yeah. So there's half the number of blanks in there. You only need to get 7 only.
Hand me one more.
You know what's funny? Because it always says, like, might or something, and I keep looking for, like, an attribute skill list, like, where we get bonuses for it, but that's in the one of the other 40 campaign games I have. You want to do 7? How many rerolls do you have? Just 2?
I have 2 rerolls.
Okay. Yeah, and I double-checked how skill checks work. It's a flat.
Hand me one more. We'll go balls to the wall.
Maybe these 3 are all blank.
Maybe.
We can hope.
1, 2.
All right.
Nothing.
All right.
3, 4.
Okay. Sweet.
Nothing.
What happens?
5, 6, 7. Okay.
And I'll re-roll. Should I roll or... Because 2 of those 3 are blanks. Or 1 of those 3 is a blank.
And there's only 3 in there, so you have a 33% chance that it's...
I mean, the odds are literally the same on the dice or the cards right now.
True. There you go.
Hey.
And then the crit. Wow, the bottom one's blank.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
This is how we do it in Badland.
I just like walk up and I'm like, I just push him off.
Grab him and just rip his head off. Like,
I like to imagine he gets to the ring. He's like,
I thought this was gonna be a man.
this is literally a bear. That's a bear.
You guys know that's a bear, right?
I'm just big naturally. All we do is pray. I'm very atrophied. If you succeed.
The dance of battle begins with you striking out in a dizzying whirl of attacks. The Venerator, unfazed by your aggressive attempt, turns the blows aside in a shower of sparks. The fight carries on for several minutes, and you realize you do not have the stamina to keep it up much longer. Employing brains rather than brawn, you lure the Venerator in. As he prepares to deliver a finishing blow, you slide to his flank and strike the back of his leg. The Venerator momentarily loses his balance, providing the opportunity you need to knock him over the edge of the platform.
No, okay.
The prayers of the attendants instantly cease, and the room falls silent. Your pillar is strong indeed, Oathsworn, the custodian observes as you descend the platform.
Now we execute him for losing. We all gain an empowered token. We're like, yay!
Woo, Otis! Fucking get him!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your group, along with Quintus, is led back into the dark hall, where the remaining hulking suits of Venerator armor stand enshrined upon the stone pillars. Walking past each of the relics, you find them richly adorned with candles, scrolls of text, and small offerings. The faith drives every Cistercian to perfection, and you can see it here. Your custodian escort eventually stops beside an empty pillar, which has several candles and a stack of heavy tomes sitting atop it in place of the armor. A pair of custodians kneel in prayer before it, unaware of your presence. Logos, the armor of the word, your custodian escort informs you. He has not been seen in 3 days, nor has his attendants. As you know, this is deeply concerning to us. Our masters are the embodiment of our faith, and loss of even a single one brings shame upon us all. You now bear that shame as well, Oathsworn. Let us pray you are strong enough to carry it. As the custodian speaks, you inspect the shrine.
You now bear... Winks at you.
It's the fucking Church of Gains over here.
Yeah.
I push the custodian off.
They're strong because Christ strengthens them.
Yes, of course.
Perform a spot check. I'll do it. I'll do something finally. Well, we know what that one is.
It's not good.
Difficulty 5. That's okay. I have 2 rerolls. You guys both succeed on yours. I'm gonna get like all the blanks. Nothing's here, guys.
You draw 6 blanks. It couldn't have gone worse.
I'm 100% sure I'm blind. Yeah, I don't even think there's a shrine here. What?
We're in the shrine.
Draw. Yeah, 5. That's not... Probably not. smart to do, but I'm gonna do it. Even though I know for a fact one of them's blank, which is this one. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice draws, dude.
Got 2 crits. I think you did it.
Yep.
It's an empty deck now. Fuck that deck.
That's true. Yeah, I was trying to see if I can find it. I wasn't sure if you have to draw crits. I could probably just try and look that up. Because it's like, if you succeed, why would you continue drawing crits unless you have to get through the deck? Succeed.
The area around the shrine has been meticulously cleaned. Upon closer inspection, you notice a droplet of liquid on one of the candles that does not appear to be wax. You dab it with your finger and raise it to your nose. The substance has a strong chemical stink, perhaps some sort of embalming fluid. You question the custodian, but he cannot offer an explanation for its presence and assures you that embalming fluid would not be used in the preservation of armor. With nothing more to be gathered here, you decide to move on.
Then why is it here?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Accompanied by Quintus, you return to the great cathedral near the first steps of the ascent.
My best friend.
There you find a train of pilgrims beginning their journey up the massive stairway into the heights of the mountain. Each of them walks in solemn awe of the majestic architecture, past the text carved on the walls and into each step of the stairway beneath them. It looks like rain today, don't you think, Oathsworn? A quiet voice murmurs behind you. Turning, you see a man dressed in the white robes of the mendicants. Pillar and path, he says, touching a shaky hand to his forehead and releasing it. His gaze lingers fearfully on Quintus, standing just behind you. Leaning in, he speaks in hushed tones. May we speak privately? We need your help.
So real quick, you do have to draw for crits. So if you get them, you do have to keep drawing or reroll. Although rerolling doesn't really do anything. But if a priest is in your free company...
Hey.
The greeting used by the mendicant is one you know well. To speak of the coming rain is a secret reference used by your brothers and sisters in the low church to identify one another when in the presence of outsiders. This man, like you, is a follower of the way. To risk exposure, with the Lord Marshal's adjutant nearby, it must be of dire importance. It is not too difficult to break free of Quintus and find out what the mendicant needs.
Hey, Quintus, what's over there? What? Okay, now let's go. All right.
You tell Quintus that you wish to pray before continuing with the investigation and ask that he wait here while you do so. Mingling with a huge crowd of pilgrims and supplicants, you slip out of sight and find a quiet alcove where you are able to converse with the mendicant. My name is Finian, he whispers. I represent an order of the true faithful who are prepared to help you. We know that you seek mendicants to aid with the plague in Verum, and there are many in our numbers. My order is not associated with the High Church or their corrupt doctrine, and we can provide the mendicants you require. All we ask is that you help us free my master, who has been unjustly sentenced to death. You ask him what crime his master stands accused of. No more than healing a sick child, he continues. The High Church decreed that all miracles have ceased. Anyone who attempts to perform such an act is said to have committed witchcraft. My master saved a child only to be betrayed by the boy's parents. Now the boy has been executed, and my master is said to be publicly tortured and burned at the stake.
Christ!
If you are willing to help us, we pledge
Tommy,
to provide
you're looking
all
so
the
much better.
mendicants you require. Please, he is a good man. Will you help us save him?
2 paths lay before you. Do you continue the search for the missing venerator, or do you help save the low church priest from execution? You will obviously not have time to do both. Obviously, I'm all for the low.
We have no choice.
What do you think, Bear?
We've been called to action.
I'm just here.
I'm just here.
I am interested in finding him, but this sounds more our speed.
I'm interested in what the fallout's going to be.
Oh yeah, if we don't help the high church,
because they've already paid us.
It's true.
Hey!
Just as we walk out.
Bye, bitches.
Yeah, we are here to also find the mendicants, so...
That's like our whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, oh no, I've got money from a corrupt church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Oathsworn. Thank you.
This guy's like, traitors! Guys, I found more!
We're gonna come back, and King's like, so you severed the pact, and...
and now you're gonna be executed. We fight monsters. You can't kill us. 100 archers. You may be able to kill us.
Did you see what that one did to the giant?
You pushed him out of the ring.
Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah. You've been riding high since then. It's been like 3 years. Guys, remember that time I pushed that giant out of the ring? Let it go. Jeez, dude.
You guys did do it.
You remember when I found that pee on the candle?
Yeah. Yeah, we all want to know how you knew.
We all wondered why you'd lick a strange liquid.
I'd never tell.
Exclaimed,
it wasn't strange, it smelled like pee.
We must join the other members of my church to explain further. They are currently awaiting our arrival under the aqueducts at the third arch behind the cathedral, so we must take different routes so as not to raise suspicion. I will meet you there. With a relieved smile, Finian hurries off.
Oh man, okay, Archive Ally Card 19. He doesn't, he's like, we're like, Quintus, you're a fucking nerd.
You're such a dweeb. Take your square jaw and get out of here.
What do you think is worse? His name being...
art real quick.
Yep. His name is... What do you think is the worst name? Quintus or Quintin?
Quintus.
You think Quintus is worse? I think Quintin is kind of worse. Like, if Quintus fit... I guess in this. Quintus fits this
Quintus
more.
fits
if they
in real life, if I met someone named Quintus...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in here, if they said, all right, yeah, my ally or my steward Quentin, I'd be like, oh.
Oh, you didn't spend a lot of time on that one.
Yes, you also just don't give us your best? Like, is this your intern?
Who wrote this?
He brought that armor from home. It was his cosplay. All right, we're going to go to location 15. Will you move over there? All right, and then I'll grab 15. Oh, I think this is the first time we are on path B.
So I think whenever it says place it just means place it on the tracker.
It says place location token 15 and go there.
Yeah, you place it on the tracker and then go there.
It doesn't specify. The way it could be, yeah, it obviously could just be placed here, but the way it says, because it says and go there, makes it seem like you're placing it on there, but yes.
It just seems repetitive.
It is, and it's because for the most part, you're placing multiple.
Yeah.
But since it's always just one, yeah, it is. There's no reason why you would ever do what I'm doing.
Slipping away from Quintus is easier than expected, and you reach the location Finian described without any trouble. The area seems to be less frequented
like a bottle
by
of
people,
soda.
making it an ideal spot for a discreet meeting. You find a small group of individuals dressed in simple garb gathered beside one of the aqueduct's massive pillars. They are clearly nervous, constantly looking over their shoulders and avoiding eye contact with passers-by. These must be the people you are here to meet with. Your approach sets them on edge as they turn anxiously. Acknowledging you, one of them speaks. What brings you out on a day like this? Looks like rain, don't you think?
If a priest is in your free company, boom! I'm do otherwise. Your priest gains a redraw token.
Nice.
Thank you, sire.
I mean, this goes tits up when we fight venerators.
the king or the guy who's like in charge of this is just a dragon. He's cool.
Yay!
To wash away our sins, you reply. The men and women nod in deference, and a sense of relief washes over them. It has been years since you left Sestercia and took the oath. Yet you still feel the pull of fellowship here. They warmly welcome you and your company, and thank you for your assistance. Ah, you've already arrived, Finian says as he joins the group. He motions for you to follow him. Come, there is a place nearby where we can speak more privately. There is food and drink where I'm sure you will not have had a chance to eat since arriving. From the exterior of the small, unassuming home, one would never guess that beneath this single-story abode is a secluded meeting hall large enough to hold a regiment. You share warm ale and a stew of fresh vegetables with your hosts, while listening to tales of the religious injustice they are constantly subject to. It seems there are two factions in the faith. One holds all the cards and is not afraid to play them in order to remain dominant. The High Church has intensified their attacks on us as of late. More and more of our brothers and sisters are apprehended every day to be tortured. Finian pauses, exchanging a knowing glance with his friends. Despite being hunted like prey, a sentiment you know well, these people are clearly anchored by their faith. Your timing is fortunate. Many seek a new start beyond the city walls. We know of your purpose here in Cistercia. Word of the plague in Verum has reached our city. Our mendicants can help, and we are prepared to return to Verum with you. However, before we can leave, we must ask...
Is that necessary?
Can we just do it here? Yeah. So let's go over my track record real quick. Can we just fold this out real quick?
You see all these tallies?
So, yeah, all these names.
Yeah, are those the people you saved? Far from it.
Quite the opposite, friend.
You don't have a cure, we can just carry it with us?
Yeah. We can't just put it in like a backpack or something?
No, it has to be done by us. Fuck.
Huh. I guess it was a good try, guys. We did our best.
We had a good go of it.
One thing of you. Help us free Father Perrin. He is the one who gathered us, and more than a few of us owe him our lives, thanks to his miracles.
Then why are
we
you guys
cannot
freeing him?
leave without him.
Because they're just regular priests. They're not jacked giants.
But they owe him their lives.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We can choose one. Only if any character has an injury card, we can ask to be healed. We can ask the members if they have a plan to free Perrin. Oh, well, I guess one of us can be healed.
Oh, okay.
We can choose one. Do we want to do that?
Like I said, mine's not terrible.
I don't have one.
She has 2, and all that does is just cause her to start with a wound.
I wouldn't mind healing her. I like her being healthy.
Yeah, I also like me having Animus.
Your pick.
Each Oathsworn chooses whether to ask for healing or not. At least one Oathsworn must choose to be healed. So I guess we can just have everyone except you.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll start with yours and we'll just go around.
All Oathsworn learn to accept pain as a fact of life, but they do not seek it out or turn down something that may alleviate it. If these people possess some kind of ability to knit you back together, you are more than willing to give it a try. Yes, of course, Finian smiles after you ask about healing. Father Perrin has the gift more than any of us, but Noric here has it too. He motions to a young man dressed in the white robes of a mendicant. You are naturally wary of anything unusual, yet eyeing the man, your inquisitiveness gets the better of you. Noric places a hand on you, and what happens next you cannot explain.
All Oathsworn that chose to be healed lose 1 injury card.
Nice.
That is nice. It gets placed in the injury deck and reshuffled. Okay, I'm gonna have her get rid of her nightmares. She can keep the mean-looking scar. It's just the injury. Yes. Okay. How helpful.
I think I'm gonna sleep good tonight, brother.
I can finally wake up with a well rest.
I think everyone is having nightmares here.
Oh yeah, I guess
mine was PTSD. Just like wasps.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah, I guess it's also we have that thing with our friend that we thought was massacred.
Oh yeah.
He's like showing up and he's like evil.
He's like super hot.
Yeah, he's still just like decked out.
You are left speechless and strangely exhausted, hungry even. Smiling with an understanding nod, Finian refills your bowls and begins to explain the rescue plan for Father Perrin.
Broth. Thank you.
Didn't want to throw some chunks in here, I see.
It's too expensive.
Father Perrin is being held in the dungeons
Plenty of
beneath
rats.
the tribunal, Finian explains. He will be executed tomorrow. You must free him before then. There can be no deaths, no detection, you tell Finian. You explain that if you are caught in the dungeons, or worse, if someone were to die, it would set off a political crisis between your 2 cities. Whatever happens has to be clean. If you have to choose between being detected and abandoning the mission, you must choose the latter. Finian nods. We can expect no more of you. In that case, gaining access to the dungeons is the easy part. Getting to Father Piran's cell, however, will be difficult. In order to reach him, you must ascertain the guards' assignments and patrol routes of the 3 cell blocks where the prisoners are held. The dungeons are large and ill-lit. If you know the guards' patrol routes, you should be able to get past them. He looks at you as though he's just described a trip to the market. Clearly, he has more faith in pulling this off than you do. Finian continues. One of the prison guards, Cecilia, is a sister of ours. She lives on one of the communal farms and should be able to help you. There is also the proctor, adds a confident, raven-haired woman. If you are able to locate him, he may possess information concerning the guard's assignments. Despite the possible pitfalls going through your mind, you can see how it can be done. Helping these people in order to secure what you came for seems a fair bargain, and Finian will join you, ensuring the pact. As you put down your bowl of empty stew, you choose to trust their word and give yours in return. Not long after you head out of the hall, you receive a blessing from those gathered. May she light your way. Knowing the shadows are your ally here, for your sake, you hope she doesn't.
Open mystery envelope V.
Ooh.
And place the 3 cards face down next to each other on the table.
Ooh, okay.
You need to find as many of the 3 maps of the Tribunal Hall dungeons as you can before sunset. Gain ally card Svanstik. That is 20. Okay, it's Finian. There you go.
Okay.
He's cute.
It's not jacked, you know. I mean, Quintus had a fucking cum gutters or whatever. So.
We don't know that.
We don't
armor.
know.
He could have been fat.
He could have.
And then we add Deepwood event card.
72.
Close. 32.
It's basically the same number.
Yeah, it has a 2 in it.
Yeah.
So it's the Church of Cardio versus the Church of Gains. Is that the 2 churches here?
Pretty much, yeah. These are the cross runners.
It's CrossFit.
CrossFit, yeah. And so the event card 30 to the event deck. $30. And okay. Place locations token 10.
And then go there.
No.
Then go
10, 12, 13, 14. Oh. 17, 18, 19, and 28. And that's it. On the map. Okay. If you're ready to start the prison break, choose the top option. Otherwise, choose a location to go to.
So we got to find 3 pieces, huh?
Oh yes. So that's essentially just do not reveal until told.
All right, where would I keep a prison map? So he said some black-haired chick.
Well, no, the black-haired chick is who told us. There's a prisoner, or there's a guard, Cecilia, I think was her name, that is a member.
Did he say where she was? So we have the banksmith, the saint. I can't read all that upside down.
Cathedral might not be a bad place to start. Saint Josephine's Cathedral.
Yeah, Tribunal Hall. So we have Tribunal Hall's Marketplace. Yeah, Saint Josephus Cathedral, Farm. Statue of Justinia, Order of Towers, Order of Dragons, the Banksmith.
Order of Towers sounds kind of tight.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Dragon sounds super tight.
Tribunal. That's like courts. Tribunal.
I think so.
It doesn't sound like a bad one either.
Because there was also, we know.
Oh, those say where to go.
Just right there. Okay. Go there to reveal this map. Okay.
I guess I'll go Tribunal Halls in my vote.
Keith?
I'm good with that.
Alright.
Tribunal sounds tight.
Whoop. 12.
The tribunal halls are heavily trafficked at this time of day. with a number of citizens milling about either awaiting or leaving court proceedings. As Oathsworn, you lack the anonymity of the average citizen and would quickly be spotted if you attempt to enter the building now. It would be best to come back after dusk. However, you may be able to use the chaotic scene to eavesdrop on the guards around each entrance.
Perform a listening check. Difficulty 4. Add 1 to the result if the cur is with you. Well, we do not have the cur.
Yeah, dude. Curs are losers.
Oh, it's the rogue. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a listen check 4.
I can fucking do that.
Yeah.
I'm witchy.
You could also roll.
Yeah, you got a hood. You can kind of like...
Yeah, I might go like that.
Hello, boys. Oh, okay. Although, yeah, because I got 2 blanks and the rest were all high numbers. So you just need you need a 4.
So you need to roll a 2 and 2 1s or 2
or
2s.
2 2s.
That's your only options.
Yeah, you can't roll 3 2s, otherwise that's just overachieving.
Yeah. Nope, not allowed.
I guess I'll do 4.
Just grab a black die.
Yeah.
Who's gonna tell?
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's my game. I'll do what I want.
It's house rule.
You fucking loser.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Oh, I get a reroll. I get a reroll.
Jesus Christ.
I listened so good.
You just walk up and they're like, anyway, so the guards said we're going on shift in about 20 minutes. You're just like, hello. Yes, we will tell you. Wowie! Make it dirty.
Is that a woman?
He wants mommy.
What the fuck?
Mingling near a larger group of citizens, you're able to listen in on a conversation between a pair of passing patrol guards. They mention their proctor has rearranged the guard assignments so he can attend mass today, preferring it to tomorrow with the commoners. The proctor most likely possesses additional information about guard schedules and routes. Perhaps you could find him at the afternoon mass held in the cathedral.
Cathedral.
You said cathedral first. Was that you? Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming cathedral.
Yeah.
Well, is it afternoon?
I mean, there's no time. It might be actually. You're right. No, there is actually time. It'll be right now. I think that's supposed to be noon, like morning, day, and then dusk. So if we
because we have to
Well, that's
find
noon.
it.
He said afternoon, right? Yeah. So it's going to be when it's in the red.
Because I think that's dusk and then it's evening.
Yeah, I think this is afternoon.
Let's go there.
All right. Well, first we have a city event, so...
Because why would noon last 5 hours?
Well, I didn't think it was actually noon. I was thinking it was afternoon. All right, so first our city event. Boom! If Lysine is not part of your company anymore...
Is she? Who's Lysine? Is she hot?
The little princess chick? Or is that the red-haired witch?
Lady Ilana is the noble woman. We do have Lysine. Yeah, Lysine's the witch.
Oh, okay.
You're confronted by 2 men who accuse you of harboring a witch.
I am a witch.
Yeah, we have 2, actually. The Inquisition's offering a good reward for captured witches, the man says. Now, we ain't here to fight, so let's make a deal. Hand her over and we'll split the reward. Otherwise, we'll inform on you anyway. Do you sell out Lysine or kill the men?
Oh, we're killing them.
Yeah, that's our girlfriend.
I am going to fucking Blood Eagle them. I'm going to go full
Oh my God.
Viking.
They just walk up, they're like, give us your witch. Which one?
Yeah.
We're all witches.
I'm like in a shroud, like a little hood. Yes, we're all witches.
Without warning, you wheel on the 2 men. They do not go down easily. One even manages to injure you before they fall. At least Lysine will be safe for another day. 1 random Oathsworn gains an injury card.
I would have voluntarily taken that one, but if it's random. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. Wait, I need a D10. I'm used to using D10s.
I was to say we all roll.
Highest or lowest takes the damage.
Lowest takes that thing.
Okay. Got a 5.
I got a 1.
Okay, I'm like, I got a 3, and she might roll a 1. She did not.
Okay.
So it's you?
Yep, it's me.
Alrighty. Your injury is this one.
I just turned to Otis.
I got tremors.
Oh.
You did not used to shake like that.
Oh god, are you
If you are not adjacent
now?
to an enemy, place one random ability card in your hand on cooldown. This triggers battle flow.
Oh, that sucks.
You got an injury?
Yeah.
On top of that?
One random injury.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. What?
Oh, so it wasn't damage, it was an injury?
Yeah.
No, it was a one. It gains an injury card.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So, alright.
I guess this goes away. I think it does.
It doesn't cost me any animus, which is nice, but like whatever, it makes me play well. So
Yeah, because you don't really have any control.
you are not adjacent to. So I need to be adjacent to the enemy all the time.
Yeah. Well, not all the time, just whenever, because you have to play
Yeah.
that. So it doesn't always affect you, just at the beginning of whenever it's in
Yeah.
your hand. Okay, so we went to 14.
The golden spires of St. Josephus' Cathedral are visible throughout the city. You arrive just as the Mass is about to begin. Crowds of nobles, monks, and ecclesia file inside. Among them, you can see a group of guardsmen led by a man dressed like an officer of some sort. They each wear the sigil of the Tribunal Hall Guard. As you are about to follow them into the church, you spot a familiar face scanning the crowd. The Marshal's adjutant, Quintus. Jaw clenched, he is clearly searching for you. You look for a safe path through the crowd.
Perform a spot check. Difficulty 6. Yep. Yeah. Man, it'd be really nice if we had the cur right now. Quick, try to add him in. Yeah, spot check.
6? Unless you want to go for it.
Nah, I mean,
You did so good at the last one.
Oh, yeah, rolled good.
I believe in you.
Just don't roll bad.
Just
Yeah.
show your honkers again.
If you mess up, I'll give you my injury.
Okay.
Hey, Quintus is gonna be. He like goes up and he's like, "Where the fuck did you go, you stupid bitch?" Just get her ass beat.
He just shakes her.
2, 4, 6. God.
They're all
Yeah,
crits.
I'll take it.
Well,
He's already dead.
you got it.
Okay.
You got 7. We succeeded.
You use the massive throng of people to conceal your movement into the cathedral while keeping a watchful eye on Quintus. Fortunately, as the densely packed crowd begins to thin, Quintus continues his search elsewhere. Slipping in at the back, you are able to take a seat in the pew directly behind the officer. Resting at his feet, you notice an open satchel with a journal inside. The journal might provide needed details of the patrol guards and their routes. You decide it is worth the risk to try and abscond with it, but you're going to need a distraction to pull this off. You know, if you don't succeed here, you won't get another chance at that information.
We just do the old. What?
The thing that I just find this so humorous. This dude's like walking through this like mass, pissed, looking for us.
Yeah.
And there's you two who are just people.
Yeah.
And then an 8-foot tall bear.
No, not.
I haven't seen them. No war bears around here.
He just like looks over at us. I'm like,
Hello. He's like,
You're like a scarecrow hat on. I am also a human person.
for my own like.
he's like, that's the most normal human I've ever seen in my life. You like fall? Oh shit! You drag it in. All right, we have to choose an Oathsworn to cause a distraction. They perform a reasoning check, 3. We have to choose a different Oathsworn to grab the satchel. They perform a survival check, 4.
I'll do the reasoning check.
I'll do the reasoning. I'm the priest. We're in my home.
I'm the distraction.
You can grab the satchel.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll also roll.
I will also roll. I'm gonna do half and half. Give me 2 dice and 2 cards.
I'll do 3 and 1. I wish I didn't do 3 and 1. Okay.
You got 4.
Well,
Oh, blank.
Oh, you gotta reroll. Yeah.
Okay. You got it.
Alright, I need 2 cards.
Oh, I pulled a blank for you.
Thanks.
Oh.
So I'm distracting him, telling him how much I love Mass and how fun it is.
I love going. I love standing for 3 hours.
You look really familiar.
No, I don't know. I'm just one of those priests, you know. You've probably seen me here before.
Oh man, the dice are hot today.
They really are. Nice. Yeah, okay, well, here's the other one. It's another 2.
Here's your. See how bad you crush it.
Okay. So you
2,
got
4,
it.
6, 7.
Yep, we totally succeed.
The plan is executed.
My giant hand just.
I'm just imagining like a full anatomical bear claw, just like floating.
grabs the book like between 2 claws. My mouth's like right by his head. I'm just like, thanks.
Yeah, the hot dog breath, the hot bear breath. But I'm just, he's just so like
panting.
He like goes to look over, and I'm like, and God just loves that you're here.
It's just like wet dog over here.
Yeah, drool. Yeah, as we leave, he's like, man, what the fuck is? Where's all my paperwork?
He turns around. I'm still just like walking away
in your costume.
The guy is so normal. Just can't get over it.
Anyway,
creates a
something about him.
It is subtle enough not to raise suspicion, just enough to draw attention away from your comrade, who snatches the satchel while you slip away without the officer noticing. Regrouping outside, you inspect its contents and find a few papers along with the journal. Upon review of the ledger, you find what you need.
I just stole his purse.
Reveal the Circle Prison Break card.
Hey.
Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak! There you go. Who sings that song? Keith, who sings it?
Jailbreak?
Yep. I'm gonna be... I'm like, shit. I think it's Thin Lizzy.
That sounds right.
But now I'm probably wrong. Okay. So... Yeah. Are we ready to start the prison break? We got all the info.
Yeah.
So we can choose a new location to go to.
Oh, we don't really have any leads anywhere else.
No, the guard lady.
The guard lady?
Yeah.
But where is she?
I mean, maybe on duty? Maybe in one of the towers?
What about the
That's
farm?
what I'm thinking.
What about the communal farm?
Oh, I didn't even know that was...
Like maybe she's on patrol. Because sometimes I feel like they flip it on us and they put it where you wouldn't think.
Right. My thing, well...
I'm really
and there's the statue.
I'm really jiving
which
with
I'm like,
Order
Reagan.
of Towers.
Huh?
Order of Towers just seems like...
See, I was thinking Order of Towers, too. That was my vibe.
All right, fucking go.
Well.
It's 2 votes.
Yeah, your vote just wasted time last time, so...
What?
No, it led us to this.
This vote told us to go to the cathedral. 28.
The foundation upon which the security of the Justinian religion rests is the Order of Towers. In faithful representation of that duty, the massive building is constructed from huge blocks of white stone and accented by ornately carved pillars around the perimeter. It is a veritable fortress in its own right. The brothers and sisters of the Order of Towers stand guard over the citadel, as well as all religious sites in the city. Donned in heavily reinforced armor and wielding deadly halberds, these warriors project the power and might of the church, reminding the faithful and heretics alike of the consequences dissent brings. Approaching the entrance, you are met by 2 guardsmen who coldly stare you down from behind the column-like visors of their polished helms. Before you can speak, you spot a group of officers inside the order hall making their way toward the main entrance. Amongst the group is a familiar face of the Lord Marshal's adjutant, Quintus.
God damn it, Quintus.
I know.
This motherfucker. He has another satchel.
Perform a spot check.
What level this time?
5.
5?
You're our spot guy.
Sure. You make 5 with 4, right?
Sure.
Yeah, you
I mean,
make
if you
5.
roll 4 1s, you fail.
It's true.
But what are the odds of that?
Yeah, exactly.
If you roll 3 ones on a blank.
How many blanks do we have in the card pile now?
Less.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 of them?
So there's 2 left.
There's 2 left out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's pretty good odds.
Yeah, and Seth just put them at the bottom. So
Yeah. Not good of a
I'll take
sleight
4
of hand.
cards. I'm going to take 4 cards instead.
4 cards, baby.
you have 1 beard hair that is pointing directly at the camera.
Yeah. Did I fix it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, blank. Okay, well, fuck me. Redraw the blank. That's an empower token.
What do we need? 4?
I need a 2.
We need 5. 4.
That's not gonna do it.
God damn it. Okay, redraw one of my fucking ones. It's got to be a 2.
Nice. All right. Well, nothing to be done about that.
Should have counted the number of 2s in this card as well.
Yeah, I know.
Quintus spots you almost instantly. His eyes lock onto you like an arrow hitting its mark.
Still in the costume.
Like,
The head falls off.
we're trying to sneak it. And then he goes,
Do I get these back if I fail?
yeah, and you actually get a token of your choice.
Oh, sweet.
You want to reroll?
I'll just take this reroll I have over here.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
I just had it.
Quintus spots you almost instantly. His eyes lock onto you like an arrow hitting its mark. Oathsworn, wait!
Oh!
He shouts as he enters a dead sprint straight towards you.
Terminator style.
Yeah,
like unbreathing. Just
Straight back.
that 80-pound armor. He's just like Andy Dick in the American Dad episode when he's chasing after the car. I'm going 75!
Did you ever watch The Rocker?
No.
It has, I'm pretty sure it's Rainn Wilson in it. But, like, at the very beginning, he's in a band, and they, like, kick him out. And he's pissed because they kick him out, like, with a note.
Okay.
At the end of a show.
Okay.
So he runs out, and they're, like, all in the van, and they back up, and they start to drive off, and he's chasing the van. And they're like, how is he staying up? And they're just like, I don't know, I'm going 45. And they're like, he's running like a gazelle. He's just, like, next to the car. And they brake check him. It's so funny.
All right, let's do that to Quintus.
You make your way to the bridge that leads back into the city. Using groups of pilgrims and city travellers for cover, you are able to slip away, but not before wasting more precious time.
Oh.
Add a time token.
You.
All right, yeah, we can choose a location to go to.
Can't go back.
No,
No.
because it has to have a token.
Let's go to the dragon.
Okay.
He's there.
Yeah.
Stop! Quintus!
You have heard of the Order of Dragons.
Been following the
Just
bear.
like you, they are hunters. If the stories are true, damn good ones too. They may know of the Venerator, and perhaps they know what kind of creatures attacked you on the road outside of Verum. You enter the hall and are greeted by a colossal monster skull suspended in the center of the room.
And
Its
Quintus.
teeth as long as your arm. It shares a similar morphology to that.
We walk in and it's like clicks on a lantern. Where have you been? Are you
Following us?
We just ran away. I knew you would be here. Why'd you leave me? He has abandonment issues.
Snake or lizard, only 100 times larger. Dragon, comments a stout bearded man as he flips through a large book. At least that's the name they gave it. The records say this one was already dead when it was discovered. Nothing like that has ever been seen alive in recorded history. Something about it reminds you of the beast that sacked Basto.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what?
The man returns the book to the shelf and looks to the marks on your wrists. Oathsworn, what brings you here? You first inquire if anyone has seen a venerator pass through. The man assures you they have not. Then you take out the sample of flesh you retrieved from the unknown horrors. Presenting it to him, you explain you're also looking for information about the pack of creatures you encountered on your way to Cistercia. The strange flesh piques the man's interest as he takes the sample carefully in hand. Come with me.
He's like, Tastes like pee. Right? Perform a search check. Well, we know all the... fuck.
That would have this one.
Huh? Yeah, you fucked us last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's only one blank left. And one card. Oh, there's no blanks left. So, sure, I'll do it. Why not? Why not? There we go. I'm just going to pick out the cards I want.
Crit.
Wow. I'm going to draw 5.
5 plus 5?
I'm going to draw 10. God, I kind of just want to. But
just once.
I would also really like to know what we fought.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. So there's 5 there.
I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Fucking sweet.
That's pretty good.
You get it?
2. Yes, I did.
But you redrew one of the blanks.
Yep. Yeah. No, I still got it. Kid, shut up.
No, I drew that one for one of the ones. Why?
Because I want to. It's my game. I pass everything that I attempt. All Oathsworn gain a battle flow token.
Hey.
It's this one. The battle flow. It's this.
I'll need one for... Thank you.
One. Here you go. Sweet, thanks. The battle flow one.
Shelves of sample jars and glass cases with dead specimens of Deepwood creatures take up an entire wing of
Hey, the head fell off.
As you search them, you recognize some, most conjuring memories of battles past and the scars that came with them. Your description of the encounter with the whip-armed horrors send the man rifling through dozens of volumes with written accounts of various beasts. After some time, however, it becomes clear there is no record of them. This is strange, the man admits. There are few things we have yet to kill out there, and this appears to be one of them. There is more to the riddle
Well, we killed
as
it.
well. He places the sample on an examination table and sets up a device with metal arms housing a series of glass lenses. He adjusts the lenses just right and studies the specimen. Look here. Do you see how these two areas of skin are completely different? As though they came from two separate creatures. And these small holes here, running along this ridge, they appear to have been stitched. Whatever this is, it has been made.
All right, that's all we know.
Wow.
So choose a location to go to.
Statue or the farms or marketplace or Thanksmith.
I'm cool with the statue. Statue sounds kind of tight.
All right. Statue. 18.
Dusk breaks. Time is running out. You would prefer to search the city more thoroughly to prepare yourself. But if you want to have any chance of freeing Pirin, you need to act now, under the cover of darkness.
Oh.
You set off for the tribunal halls.
Oh, okay. We got one piece.
Yeah, remove the marker from... Free the company marker from the map.
With hoods draped over your faces and long sleeves covering your oath marks, you closely watch the patrol patterns of the tribunal hall guards. Spotting a gap in the timing of their routes, you slip inside the building through a side door, which leads down into the dungeons.
I did pick... Hold on. So we're on time 8. I did pick 18.
Dusk
right?
breaks.
Yeah, just making sure that I didn't accidentally misclick.
Why would it let you choose a place?
I think apparently, yeah. I guess we were on the time limit, which is we just haven't had that pop up yet. But
Yeah.
That's why we keep track of the time. Okay, so
Time is running out. You would prefer to search the city more thoroughly.
yeah, okay.
At the
Continue.
bottom of the stairs, you secure a dark nook to hide in.
Nook.
Down here, you are the danger stalking the darkness. An irony not lost on you. Before you lies the first of the 3 rooms you must traverse to reach Piran's cell. It might certainly be simpler to use brute force to free the mendicant, but you are on a diplomatic mission here. If you kill any of the guards or are detected in the dungeon, it could spark a crisis between the cities. You remind your party, if a guard spots you, make a break for it.
Open the journal to page 48 and read the instructions. Keep the journal page open for use until you finish to the... Interesting. Okay. Open the journal. Is it this? Page 48. Yep, journal. I have yet to open this. Coolio. 48. Prison break rules. Keep this page open until you finish the prison break as a reference. Goal. Oh, I'm like, I do not want a copyright strike against me. Find your way through the prison using the maps you have found. You will need to decipher which map corresponds to the room you are in. If you do not have all 3 maps, you will need to make your best guess for movement.
Oh, buddy.
Jeez.
Movement. Establish which entrance you are standing in and then make your way to the opposite exit on the far side of the room. Once you have chosen the direction to move in, you won't stop until you reach a wall or the exit. If you reach a wall, you will then turn 90 degrees in the direction of your goal and head straight until you reach another wall or exit. You must never enter the light or meet a guard. Guards move at the same speed as you and the route is shown by the dotted lines on the maps. Well, we got 1 map.
Great.
From the safety of the shadows, you closely watch the patrolling guardsman in the next room. As he passes, the Nuke effectively conceals your presence from the light of his torch. Once he's out of sight, you carefully listen to discern his patrol route. A few moments pass. You hear his footfalls carry him down a flight of stairs and up another. Then you hear a door in desperate need of oil squeak open. Moments later, a second door. Finally, a bell rings, most likely a signal to other guards in the dungeon that all is well on this patrol. As the last echo from the bell fades, the guard passes by you once again. From your vantage point, you see only 2 possible paths. One way leads to the left, and the other leads to the right. The wall in front of you most likely has prisoner cells on the other side. You note you will need to keep a safe distance between you and the patrolling guard so the sound of your movement does not alert him to your presence.
Alright, choose one. We go left just after you hear the bell. Go right just after the guard passes.
Is there a bell on this one? Is there anything to identify?
I'm not seeing a bell.
Okay, so we hear several doors. He's doing a circular route. Mm-hmm. He has to check in.
I see the bell.
Oh, you do?
Yep, it's right here.
Oh, sweet.
Yep,
right
there.
At least this is the first room.
So we're here.
Okay. So we can go left just after you hear the bell, go right just after the guard passes, go left after the first door opens, or go left just after the second door opens.
Okay, so this is the first door.
And the dotted lines are their route.
So he comes down the stairs.
And they move the same speed as us.
Yes.
Okay, I'm assuming it's door, bell, door, like that.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, where was it? Okay. A few moments pass, you hear his footfalls carry him down a flight of stairs and up another. Then you hear a door in desperate need of oil squeak open. Moments later, a second door. Finally, a bell rings, most likely a signal to other guards in the dungeon that all is well on this patrol. As the last echo from the bell fades, the guard passes by you once again.
That path doesn't make any sense. Because
this might also not be it.
Oh, yeah.
Because he...
I really wish we found one more.
Yeah.
It was probably in the order of towers, but we couldn't go in and talk to her.
So...
Yeah, I'm assuming this is not the 4.
I don't think it is.
Because the way that says is not how that lines up.
So he goes up one stairs, down another. We hear 2 doors close,
then a door,
and then a bell.
Yeah.
Okay, so that I wouldn't say then. So depending on where we're at, so if we're up here, see, you go upstairs.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's guard, door, bell, guard. Or he passes by.
Okay.
Yeah, footballs carry him down a flight of stairs. Then he goes down. Then he goes up.
Door.
Yes, door.
Then rings the bell.
Nope, door. Then a door.
Then rings the bell.
Then rings the bell.
And then we see him again.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't think that's it. So then the question is, do we go left after we hear the bell? Because then, okay, so if that's just something that they do, just on loop.
I'd say left after he rings the bell.
Then we see him, because then he'll go down the stairs again.
Yeah.
Then up. I'm almost thinking we...
Or go right after he passes?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think that might be the way to do it.
Because we have... go left after we hear the bell, go right after he passes.
But if we do it right after he passes, we can't be too close to him or he'll hear us.
Well, they go the same movement.
Yeah.
So
right, but didn't it say that there's like a distance thing at one point when it was detailing it to us?
If you reach a wall, you will then turn 90 degrees in the direction of your goal and head straight. You must never enter the light or meet a guard. Oh, I see. Yeah, because I'm seeing the light. Mm-hmm. But that's we're saying that this is not where we're at. One way leads to the left, and the other leads to the right. The wall in front of you most likely has prisoner cells on the other side. Yeah, that also tells us this isn't it.
Okay.
Because no matter where we're at, the wall in front of us is not where the prison cells would be, because they're in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's some prisoner cells at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Okay, so...
If we came in that...
No, because there's also not a... Well, hold on. No. Okay.
The path doesn't line up, but the geography of it could.
Right, because he goes down a set of flight of stairs, and then he could go all the way around.
Back up.
But
he'd have to go through a door that way.
He does go through one door, but that's it.
But it's not between the stairs. There's two doors on there.
Yeah, there's stairs going down, and then he goes around, and he hits that door.
So he's doing a door before. Because he does two steps.
He goes down,
this
then up.
path, it's down, then up, and then door.
Right, yeah. I was just... So, alright, so that's useless. I don't know. It's a crapshoot, honestly, because we clearly have no idea.
So, okay, so the options are...
Go left just after you hear the bell.
Okay, and the bell is the third or fourth artifact.
It's the last.
It's last.
Before we see
him again. As the last echo from the bell fades, the guard passes by you once again.
Okay, so that's the last mark on his journey. I think that's risky.
That makes me think that the bell's pretty close to us.
So go right just after the guard passes. Go left just after the first door opens, or go left just after the second door opens. I don't like the doors because it sounds like they're so quick to each other.
He has two doors. So we can follow his path, or we can go against his path to the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's stair, door, bell.
Yeah, because I guess we also don't know if he's going like clockwise or counterclockwise. Because I figured if we went right, I guess I was thinking we were just kind of.
So the best options are going right after the bell, because he's about to get to us. So go right after he passes by, or we go left after like one of the doors. Mm-hmm. So those are the two that I'm kind of leaning towards. Yeah, because
if it also depends if he's going counterclockwise. That means if we go right, we're following him. Mm-hmm. But if he's going left, then he passes us, and then we bank the other way.
If we do left after a door, I think we should do left after the first door.
Yeah, because all it says is moments later. Yeah. A second door opens.
Okay.
How long is moments?
Yeah, I'll go Keats. Left after the first door.
Left after the first door? Okay.
As soon as the first door opens, you move quietly down the hallway to the left, mirroring the guard's footsteps. You are able to maintain a safe distance at all times and easily navigate to the other side of the room without being detected. With the first challenge safely over, you press further into the dungeon.
I wonder if there's only one correct answer.
There must be.
Yeah, that's rough.
A recess in the entrance's alcove offers the perfect hiding place to hear the patrol route of the guard in the next room. There are plenty of shadows in this part of the dungeon, but you will still need to be careful. As the guard moves past you, his torchlight illuminates a door directly ahead of your position. Once he moves out of sight, you again listen closely to his footsteps and try to decipher his pattern of movement. You hear the sound of a door opening and closing, followed by footsteps on a set of stairs, then the familiar ring of the watch bell. His footsteps now more distant. You hear a second door open and close. Finally, quick footsteps take him on another set of stairs. A few moments later, his torch approaches once again.
I think we're here. Because it was, you hear a sound of a door open and close, followed by a set of footsteps, then the bell.
Bottom, because his torch illuminates the door in front of us.
Yeah.
And then he walks and gets to the door.
Oh, directly ahead of your position. So yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
So as he walks by, and then we hear a door. Was it?
We hear that door.
We hear a door.
Then the bell. Or sorry, hear the door, set footsteps, bell, then the door there.
Okay.
And then the footsteps again. So he's going this way.
I think the way would be to just go up the middle.
So our options are go left just after the sound of the second set of stairs. No. Go right just after the first door opens.
That's fine.
Yeah, I like that.
Go straight ahead just after the first door opens.
But then we're in the light.
No,
we can avoid
straight
that.
ahead would be...
These are light.
We're not entering those.
Yeah,
we're going straight.
We're
going cut right down the middle, but I wonder...
And we would do that when?
Whenever he hits the first door.
Go straight ahead just after the first door opens, so here.
Which means he would
meet us.
I think he would
meet us at that door.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking right after the first door.
Yeah. Oh, we have actually a lot. Go straight ahead just after the second door opens.
That would be better.
I think that would also work.
I think that would be the one.
Or go straight ahead just after the guard has passed you.
Straight ahead after the second door.
I think straight ahead
second
after
door
the
is
second
right
door.
there.
Straight ahead after the second door. Okay, if we move the same speed, then it'd be like what?
We'd be like up here by the time he got down to here.
Yeah.
So
door's risky, makes noise.
That's true. That's if we're opening doors.
We would be I think the only worry that I have is this hallway with the two lights.
Yeah, if we
that's where we would pass each other.
And he said there's plenty of shadows in this one. Mm-hmm. So I think go right after we hear the first door is my vote.
Go right just after the first door opens, which would be there.
Mm-hmm.
So then basically if we're here and he's there, like...
We just follow him.
He'd hit the bell. He'd get to the bell by the time we got to the door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if he rings it, then I don't know if they're... So yeah, I mean, that's one thing. Go right just after the first door opens.
Okay, yeah.
As the first door opens, you make your...
He immediately turns around and sees you, crossbows you to death. Your campaign is over.
He has an M16 assault rifle.
It's Rambo.
I feel like we were set up for failure.
Yeah.
He's wearing night vision goggles. Why?
He's repelled from the ceiling.
Suddenly a predator shows up out of nowhere.
What happened?
Fan fiction.
I think you got the wrong copy, man.
Yeah, this is a bootleg copy. Yeah. That wasn't even the Shadowborn games at Gen Con last year.
Quickly heading up the hall to the right and rounding the corner. Peeking through the open door, you wait for the guard to ascend the wooden staircase and turn left around another corner. The familiar sound of the watch bell echoes through the room. With the path clear, you enter the prison cell area where barrels of burning amber cast an orange hue upon the cold, damp stone. Trying your hardest to ignore the lifeless sets of eyes staring blankly out from the rusty cell bars, you quickly ascend the wooden staircase ahead and make your way to the opposite end of the room undetected.
You're
like stressed.
You move deeper
Well, this next one's going to be really stressful.
The acrid smell of burnt flesh mingled with human waste assaults your senses. The moaning and wailing from tortured souls in this cell block tells you this part of the dungeon is reserved for the Inquisition's most despised heretics. You know Father Pirin is being held in the far right cell of the row furthest away from the entrance. This is the end of the line. No more doors to reach. Now you just need to get him.
In this part of the dungeon, you are trying to reach Pirin's cell, not the opposite exit.
Okay.
Amongst the din of agony, it is hard to discern any pattern to the patrolling guards' movements.
Of course.
You hear footsteps on 2 sets of stairs, quickly followed by more footsteps on 2 sets of stairs. The sound seems to come from both ends of the room. A bell rings twice, with only a brief interval between.
Yeah.
Next, you hear the clanking thud of 2 doors. There are 2 guards patrolling this area. One of the guards travels his route a bit slower than the other, stopping to your left. He mumbles a few words. May you keep me on the path, then moves on. It will be difficult to avoid the guards. You see only 2 possible paths. A set of stairs on your left leading upwards, and a path ahead leading to a wall some way off. Unfortunately, from your vantage point, you cannot tell what is to your right. One wrong move here, and Pirin is dead. You must choose carefully.
So we have 2 routes. So 2 sets of stairs, 2 doors. Or was it 2 sets of stairs, 2 sets of stairs?
2 of everything. 2 guards, 2 sets of stairs, 2 bells.
I'm just trying to see what order they're hitting the things at.
Yeah, okay.
And one's moving a little slower, so that must either be a red herring or key information.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You hear footsteps on 2 sets of stairs, quickly followed by more footsteps on 2 sets of stairs.
Steps.
Which makes me think they're on opposite sides.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling like. But one's a little slower, so that's got to be key info.
Yeah. Then the sound seems to come from both ends of the room. A bell rings twice.
Steps, bell.
Now that could be both of the guys. There's 2 bells, or 1 bell being rung twice.
I think it's probably 2 bells.
I think it is 2.
Yeah.
With only a brief interval between. So like one end it's like ding, and then
ding.
To like confirm, then the guy hears it, and then he does it. Next you hear the clanking thud of 2 doors.
Steps, bell, door.
Steps, bell, door. Yeah, 2 bells.
Well, steps.
I know, I'm just doing the... I know everything's doubled.
Yeah.
So steps, bell, door.
One of the guards travels his route a bit slower than the other, stopping to your left. He mumbles a few words, may you keep me on the path, then moves on.
Okay.
It will be difficult to avoid the guards we have. So here are our options. Go left when you hear the first door open. Go directly ahead just after the bell sounds twice. Oh no, it is one bell.
Okay.
I think. I mean that kind of the wording makes me think it's 1 bell. Go directly ahead as the far guard finishes the second set of stairs, or go directly ahead when you hear the first door open.
So steps, bell, door. Okay.
No, I was like, no. I wanted to draw it out too.
Okay, like, so assuming they're in like symmetry, so it's steps. So they hit steps, bells, door. Assuming we're here, bell, door, and then we see him right after the door.
After
and he,
yes, clanking thud of 2 doors. Then stopping door. To your left. So we see 1 guard
and
to
then,
our
so
left.
He hangs up.
A little bit to mumble.
Okay, and then
he moves.
Steps, bell.
I think there's steps to our left.
Yes. Door.
I think we should go up the middle.
I'm thinking directly ahead as the far guard finishes.
I think we go... Do we have a right after the...
We do not know what's to our right. Mm-hmm. Nothing is actually to our right. Go left when you hear the first door open. Directly ahead after the bell sounds twice. Directly ahead as the far guard finishes the second set of stairs. and go directly ahead when you hear the first door open.
Directly ahead.
We have three directly aheads, and then to our left.
I think we should go directly ahead.
I think with the
first.
So it's steps, bell,
door, steps.
I think straight ahead on the bells.
Yeah.
Assuming they're on opposite ends, but
because he stops to our left, and that's what causes him to be slow. Yeah. So he hangs up there. So the guy, I mean, if we were to continue watching, they would eventually meet up because he's going a little bit slower than they would meet up. But then a bell rings twice.
So we can assume, since we don't see a guy until the end of all the noise, so they have just passed our vantage point as we enter. So we hear all the noise.
We hear all that, then we
see a guy.
Then we see one guy to our left, and he's the one who's slower.
Yes. Because he hangs up for a second during the time we see him.
Yeah.
So that's got to be something.
So my thinking is, you said after the bell?
Yeah, I was thinking we go straight ahead after the bell.
Because if he hits the bell and there's a brief interval, that's going to cause us to move, and then the faster one is going to be moving.
Yeah.
So then it's going to take the slower one a longer time
to get to
us as we go ahead.
Okay.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
I'm also
we got
straight ahead on bell. So if we get it wrong, then it's all of our faults.
That is true.
When the bell sounds, you move, hoping to buy as much time as possible before the guards return to the bell. Fortunately, you judge the distance correctly and miss the guard. You pass a row of cells filled with dead and dying, pausing briefly to make sure the guards are out of sight. With the path ahead clear, you make your way to Father Piran's cell on the other side of the room undetected.
Except he's dead anyway. What the fuck?
I'm killing all the guards.
Rage.
I just pull one of the bars off the cell door.
So now we can look at these. So I think this was the one we were just in. There was a bell in the middle.
Okay, yeah. Because I thought that whenever I heard it, I was thinking there was stairs in both corners.
Okay. 2 sets of stairs.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, interesting. Nice. See, I was thinking they were on opposites and they were just hitting the
I
the
thought
steps
I was thinking the stairs were in the corners, so that works.
And here's the first room.
The first one somehow looks like it would be the most complicated.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah,
that was cool. I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah. That was stressful.
It was stressful.
All right. All Oathsworn gain a combat token of their choice. Write down the keyword low.
I'm gonna take a
low church on your free company sheet.
Give me a defense.
A defense, you say? Here you go. What do you want, Sethi 2?
I'll take a redraw.
What does the Huntress want?
Let's go with an Empower. Alright, low church. We also have King Killer on here.
Well, it happens.
The man you find in the cell is old and broken, but alive. Father Piran slowly lifts his head, about to speak when you motion for him to remain silent. Even in the darkness, the telltale signs of torture are impossible to miss. The disheveled man trembles, barely able to stand on his own. He won't make it out of here without help. 2 of you flank Piran, quickly toss his arms over your shoulders and usher him from the cell. Hampered by Piran's poor physical condition, you are forced to make slow, methodical moves while probing for an escape route. Thankfully, an opening finally presents itself, and you use the distraction of a guard change to slip undetected from the dungeon. Now you must make your way to the rendezvous point on the outskirts of the city.
Open up secret envelope Y and make an escape. Oh! Place location 20. And go there. Boop. 20?
Right there.
Alright.
You arrive at the rendezvous point and hand Father Piran over to a small gathering of mendicants from the way awaiting your arrival. Their relief and joy is silently shared so as not to draw unwanted attention. The mendicants, deeply grateful for your help, formally pledge their support to Verum. They tell you they will be ready to leave in a day. Before they depart, Father Piran
rounds the corner.
Oathsworn, he wheezes, mustering whatever strength he has left. I owe you my life, but I would ask for one final kindness, if I may. There is a small village to the southeast. My wife and daughters are there. At that, Finian steps in. We sent a runner to retrieve them as soon as we heard you had been imprisoned, but they never returned. Worry wrests control over Father Piran's features as he tries to rise to his feet.
This is our battle.
With a forceful hand, Finian easily pushes Father Piran back to a seated position. You are in no condition to go. If you are to travel tomorrow, you must rest, Father. Resigned, Father Piran looks up at you with pleading eyes. Please, Oathsworn, will you bring them back to me? This has not been part of the deal.
How many pieces?
But should you refuse the land, he may do something foolish. The Inquisition will be looking for him. And should he or another low church member be caught now, the whole mission will be put in danger. You can travel the city most freely, and if there is trouble, you are best placed to deal with it without objection. You look to the southeast and head for the village.
Place location 21. And go there.
It's your IBS.
You arrive at the village just as dawn breaks.
Sorry.
A thick morning fog has
I got some
rolled in.
Tums,
You
but
take visible
it just doesn't do it
As you
all.
draw closer, the absence of guards on the wall or any signs of activity
He's got bad breath. He's got bad
immediately
breath.
set you on edge. Something is wrong. You signal your comrades to remain silent and draw your weapons.
I hope we fight guards. I hope we fight like the
You find the
invaders.
villagers gathered together in the square. Most of them seem to be in a trance, slowly swaying on their feet with blank expressions on their faces.
The satyr
You
again.
move in for a closer look, taking up positions behind stacks of crates, and see a row of cages. Most are empty now, but a few contain villagers huddled together. Before them, you see the familiar silhouette of a venerator. He reaches into one of the cages and drags out an old man. No, Father! A young man screams from within another cage as the venerator moves towards a massive slab of stone bedecked with candles. Corpses litter the ground around the slab, but to your surprise, there is little blood. In one of the venerator's hands is a large tome. You do not know what the knight is capable of. Something malefic is clearly taking place. If you bide your time, you may learn more of what is happening here. But a man is about to die, and you still have the element of surprise.
Let's fuck him up.
Charge the venerator to save the man?
Let's get witchy on his ass.
The venerator slams the man onto the slab, easily holding him down with one hand. He raises his massive mace skyward, refusing to stand idly by as more innocent villagers are sacrificed. Your group charges the plated giant, closing in on the venerator. You notice the villagers have begun to move too. At first, you thought they were joining your charge, and then it dawns on you. Their glazed eyes are locked on you, and you see no humanity in them. As they begin to claw at you, you realize it is not just the venerator you have to contend with. You'll have to fight all of them.
Alright, we gain a redraw token. Oh. I got 2 over here. Boop. Boop.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, that was the story for Chapter 7, so stick around for the encounter for Chapter 7. And other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.